In this video, I'm going to show you how to plan site architecture for a new website. I'm building out a brand new website in the AI video generator space. And all I've done so far is install WordPress. I also have a domain and web hosting set up. So now I'm ready to build out my pages. The architecture of your website is really important for SEO. It's the most important planning that you can do to ensure that your website succeeds. And even though I'm showing you how to do this for a new website, the same learnings are applicable for established websites. When it comes to crawling and indexing, search engines and LLMs will rank web pages to show up for various searches. When a website is crawled, the crawler bots will always start out on the homepage. The homepage is always your most important page on your website. And then these bots will crawl and index the pages that your homepage links to. And then they'll crawl the pages that those pages link to. And that goes on until every page on your website has been discovered. If you want your pages to rank for certain keywords, you have to have the right pages. The pages that are closest to your homepage have the highest chance of ranking. And that's because over time, your website will acquire links from other websites. More often than not, these links will go to your homepage. Links act as a vote of confidence that your page is relevant for certain keywords. For example, this page by InVideo AI ranks #1 for free AI video generator, and they have over 32,000 referring domains. So they're able to rank #1 for this search because they have a lot of links from other websites that act as a vote of confidence that they should rank for the term AI video generator. And if I filter to see only links going to the homepage, they have about 12,000 referring domains going straight to their homepage. So almost half of the links that they're getting are going directly to their homepage. And a good way to think about this is link juice, but it's really PageRank. PageRank is one of Google's oldest algorithms that they use to rank web pages, and that algorithm is largely an equation looking at how many websites are linking to your website, and then how many websites are linking to the websites that link to your website, and so on and so forth. It's pretty much impossible to calculate PageRank unless you work at Google and have access to the algorithms. A really close example is Ahrefs' URL rating. So you can see that InVideo's URL rating for their homepage is 22. And that's not actually the highest URL rating that you're going to see on the first page of search results. So there are competitors that have higher URL ratings to their page, but there's a lot of other factors that go into rankings. So what I'm getting at is basically that their homepage is the most powerful because almost half of their links go directly to their homepage. So their homepage basically has a lot of link juice. And then if you look at all of the pages that they link to from their homepage, you'll see that they're linking to their next best pages. For a software site, that's usually going to be your feature pages. For example, these guys are linking to a bunch of landing pages like text to video AI, AI video editor, YouTube video editor. So you can see that they've made landing pages to rank for specific keywords, and they're linking to them from their homepage. And then the navigation menus that are on their homepage are also just as applicable. So you can see they've got a bunch of specific landing pages designed to rank for targeted keywords. I basically call these money pages. And every website has money pages. If you're an e-commerce site, your money pages are basically your category and product pages. If you're a service-based business, your money pages are going to be your service pages. You'll also notice that a lot of websites will link to their blog in their navigation, and then they're also going to have navigational links to other key pages like the pricing page or the contact page or the get a quote page or the checkout page. So that's how site architecture works. You start with your homepage, and then you need to map out all the main landing pages that your website is going to use. If you're working on an existing website, you can check to see if you're missing landing pages or money pages, whatever you want to call them. Then, of course, you need your contact pages and your pricing or get a quote pages. And then usually in the footer, you can find even more landing pages, for example, marketing templates. And if you look at other websites in your space, they're all following a similar strategy. For example, Canva currently ranks #2, and you can see that right on their main landing page for their AI video generator, they're linking to a bunch of related pages like AI voice generator and AI video editor. And here's another competitor, Imagine Art, and they have a tools menu where they link to all of the tools, which are their landing pages or money pages. And these drive conversions for their product. And then on this landing page, it's got buttons that take you to the sign up. For service-based businesses, these buttons usually take you to a contact form. And for e-commerce stores, these usually take you to products. Here's another competitor, and in their main navigation, they've got image to video, text to video, video to video, and AI effect templates. Here's another one, and they have a solutions menu, and they're linking to their money pages like one-click video, AI product images, AI avatars, and voices. They've got a bunch of resources and content that they're linking to. So all of these websites have slightly different site architecture, and they're all getting different results based on how well their site architecture is set up. Site architecture is all about having the right pages and then ensuring that they're linked to from the homepage or being linked to from other top-level pages on your website. So now that I've reviewed some competitors, I'm going to start building out my site architecture. I like to use Glue Maps to plan site architecture. It's free to use, so you just go to gluemaps.com and you can build out a site architecture really easily. And when you're done building it, you can actually export it as a spreadsheet. Once I export it as a spreadsheet, I'll also add more details to my site architecture. So the first thing that I'm going to need is a homepage that ranks for AI video generator. That is going to be the main focus of my website. If you can get away with it, you want to use your homepage to rank for the highest competition term that you want to rank for. A lot of websites make the mistake of not using their homepage to rank for a high competition keyword. This often happens to SaaS websites where they're trying to rank for multiple products, so they end up not using their homepage to rank for anything other than their brand. It's not always possible to use your homepage to rank for a high competition keyword. For example, if your website has multiple products and then you have investors or business partners, they might not like the idea of using the homepage for only one theme, like a main target keyword, because it's not all about SEO. But if you can get away with using your homepage to rank for a high competition keyword, that's going to get you bonus points. So here's an example of a multi-product setup where the homepage is really just designed to rank for the brand, and then you have landing pages for your main products. The issue with this for me is that if I want to rank for AI video generator, now I'm not using my homepage, and it'll actually be harder to rank this page if it is a child page. So for me, I'm using my homepage to rank for my highest competition keyword, which is AI video generator. And now I'm going to shop around for types of web pages that I can make to use as main money pages. To do that, I'm going to poke around the top ranking websites to see what they're using. For example, InVideo AI has a bunch of generator and maker pages. So in my glue map, I'm going to add a new category called generators. And I'll add a few examples for context. For example, AI avatar generator. Then I got AI movie maker. And I'll add another example like YouTube shorts maker. The theme here is basically just keywords. So that could be AI movies or YouTube or AI avatar. And then that is paired with generator or maker. So you can use this combination to create a bunch of different pages. And then I can see Imagine Art also has a similar strategy. They got AI story generator, AI animation generator. So basically keyword plus generator or keyword plus maker. And then they also have image generator landing pages. And then other sites on the first page don't have a ton of these types of maker and generator templates. But that's a good start for me. I will later pair this with actual keyword research to find out which landing pages I want to make. If you're doing this for e-commerce or service-based businesses, you're basically doing the same thing, which is looking at the top ranking pages and seeing what category pages they have or what service pages they have, because these sites have basically been doing SEO for a while and they've already figured out the best landing pages that are going to generate them traffic and conversions. So next, I'm noticing another theme here, which is tool-focused keywords, like video trimmer, video converter. So these are basically people searching for a specific functionality. So I'm going to add another category called tools, and I'll add a couple examples like video trimmer. I'm also seeing text to video on a lot of these sites. So I'll add that as an example, and I'll also add image to video as an example of the tools that we can add to this website. So next up, I also noticed a few of these sites have solution-based pages, which are specific outcomes that you can use the product for. For example, AI avatars and voices. So I'll add that to my list. I'll also add AI product images, maybe AI influencers. Next up, I also noticed some templates. So we'll add that as a category. For example, business video templates, slideshow templates, outro video templates. So I'll add a few of these to my list, and maybe real estate video templates. So the format here is basically use case plus templates. I'm also going to write down AI effects because there might be some opportunities there. So this website, Dvid AI, has AI effect pages like AI vampire, Gilby themed generator, AI face punch effect. So there might be some opportunities for effects as well. And then the template here is basically AI plus type plus effect. Now we've got a decent site architecture coming along. When I move this to a spreadsheet, I'll get all the actual pages that I want to make ironed out. And I'll also decide on things like the URL structure I'm going to use because those play a key role in rankings as well. So in your case, you basically want to find all of the template type pages that you can create. For example, I've got 4 really strong templates that I can reuse for all kinds of different content. So I can make tons of generator pages, I can make tons of functionality related pages, and I can make use case pages and use case templates. I might find more top level pages that I want to add later, but this is a good starting point. It doesn't have to be perfect. I can change it anytime. So I'm going to save my glue map. This will actually give me a link that I can reuse. But I'm also going to export my sitemap as a PDF. That way I can quickly turn it into a spreadsheet. So then I'm going to throw this PDF into ChatGPT, and I'm going to use a prompt like this. Please turn this into a TSV using the homepage as the first row, and then the next top level pages as the second row. Each top level page will be a column, and then individual pages will be found in their respective columns. So here's my TSV file, and I'm going to hit copy code, and I'm going to paste that into a Google Sheet. And I'm going to call this Media Maker Site Architecture. Then I'll rename this tab to Basic Sitemap. And you can see we have a similar layout that we created in Glue Maps. Now it's just in spreadsheet form. So now I'll use my basic sitemap to plan out all the other pages that I actually want to create. And I'll also decide on the URL structure that I want to use for my website. You can do this exact same process for an established website, and you'll probably find top-level pages that you've totally missed that could be bringing in conversions. Money pages usually do quite well in terms of rankings and traffic, and they also have much higher conversion rates than blog posts. That's because the intent for people visiting these pages is way closer to a purchase than someone who is just in a learning or research stage. So these are basically your bottom of funnel pages. In the next video, I'll find the full list of pages that I want to create using keyword research, and then I'll also pick the URL structure that I want to use for my site. Planning or revisiting your site architecture is really important because it allows you to uncover high converting pages that you might have missed. You'll find opportunities for creating templated pages. That means they can use the same template, and the only thing that really needs to be different is the words and images on the page, and it'll help you ensure that your website stacks up to your competitors.